welcome back to Let's Play Tales of... no. Xenoblade Chronicles X. With your host, Dameol, SC. Last time, I had a little bit of very light criticism that some people in comments kind of overreacted to, frankly. And I say that because basically my big... or my complaint was that if you, like, go to the side, it brings up this really stupid barrier. I don't know if it'll do it over here. Yep, that thing. Which is completely unnecessary. You know, if they just had it where Elmo would stop you and say we should go to the barracks, that would be completely fine. But to put this weird, actual, physical barrier in the way, yet other people walk straight through it, is really immersion breaking and kind of unnecessary, in my opinion. And of course people are all like, well no, it's so people have to go through the tutorial, because people just skip it, don't know what to do, and I totally get that. You can achieve that with Elma saying, no, we should go to the barracks. It's fine. It seems unnecessary to also have that barrier in the way. It is really the only point to me. So, now we're discovering Blade Tower. They did say that I actually want to go around Blade Tower to the side. Do I have to go up to it and go around, or do I have to, like, run around? Can I get to it up here?
Hey.
No. I have to go. Interesting. I gotta learn skills. I'm an info lover. Yeah, I mean, while I'm saying that, I'm obviously not... Wait, can I... I could scrap through that if I had a mechanical skill?
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
That doesn't really... why would I scrap stuff in the city? I feel like people would get really mad at me if I did that. And they did say don't get distracted by what there.
What?
Do I know Vera? Is there a reason I'm just wandering up to her and saying, hey!
Well...
After the horrible fate that fell Earth, some units which represent all xenoforms. The scientists are always eager to see examples of life forms require challenges through a different evolutionary path. From what I understand, they found ruins of the planets because life existing here previously. Again, I wonder, is this related to Shulk and all that? Because I have to figure there's got to be some connection. I always realize there are opportunities to encounter the unknown. What about you?
What?
She is so much less polite when I first started. What?
Ugh.
Maybe a rough time will blame, but believe it or not, I once studied to be a biologist. When I was a student, I was always off on one cross-country trip after another, doing fieldwork with my professor. We traversed jungles and deserts hunting for rare animals and fossils. And when we'd find one, we'd jump up and down with glee like children. Professor Nate died on Earth, but I know he'd been thrilled to come here and see all the unidentified species here on Mira. Also, I do have to clarify, a whole bunch of people, like, when I ask why the white whale is called the white whale, they're like, oh, it was a transport ship that came in the intro, and to which I kind of reply, no, duh. At no point in the last episode they mentioned the white whale. Of course that's what I was referring to. Come on. Okay, I'm like, can you go to the cutscene?
And here we are, the Blade Barracks.
Yeah,
Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Yeah, what is Blade exactly? Because I'm pretty sure Blade is the, oh, jeez, dang it. The pilots of the big mech things, who, for some reason, I've completely forgotten their name, even though they told me last episode, and I even knew before they told me last episode.
I think I can answer
Skills.
that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Hello. You don't look very friendly. You should work on that.
Secretary Nagi.
Miss Cool. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
You almost killed someone.
Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
This voice
Just
actor
doing
does not
my
seem
job, Mr.
super
Secretary.
committed.
Now,
Everyone else's voice
as
has been
for
really good so
officially
far.
registering our new citizen here.
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
And it sounds like it's gonna rain.
Yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Loading. Keep them doggies loading. Man, you didn't even get a chair? Come on, you are a jerk. You guys just didn't want to animate people sitting down, did you?
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
In LA.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
I bet he's also the superior of...
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
What are you basing this on?
Let's give it a little more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
Or from some plot-related event.
She could barely remember her name. And nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Still feels weird. She seems capable. I'm like, what, because I have a gun? Well, I already know how we end up on Mira because we already found that out. So yeah, what is Blade, exactly?
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think.
Wow,
it's a relatively
way less
new
aggressive when you say it out.
Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira.
I'm kind of surprised that we haven't run into the aliens that shot us down.
Water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
The Lifehold?
Take a look at this.
It looks like a pneumatic drone.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold.
Oh, and you lost that.
This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem.
You don't know
we
where
now
it
know
is.
the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
How long will stasis resume once it's been separated from the Lifehold? Or last? If I guess I ask all.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien
Right, but one of them
civilizations.
followed us and shot us down, and I don't understand why that is.
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
Wait, what?
No one can know that, Elma. What
If
we
you
do
hadn't
know
been there, if it
is
was
without
avoided?
you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go
What did she
perfectly?
do?
No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms.
So we brought
That
other
plan
things in, just
was
humans.
the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Now this is, I'm glad I asked about this, because I didn't know anything
Those of
about
us
this
who
part.
escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Okay, so this is one of the things that's not quite made sense to me in the plot yet, and I don't necessarily want this answered, because I'm sure it will come up, but the fact that the Xenomorphs followed the ship and shot it down seems really, really, really unnecessary. Because what was established is that the Earth got caught in a crossfire between two civilizations. They shouldn't care about Earth. So either that means that one of the Xenomorphs was actually there to destroy humanity and the other one was trying to protect us, or it means that we just happened to wander way too close to some of the homeworlds of the Xenomorphs. And so some of the ruins that are on this planet may have been theirs, and that's going to lead us into discovering some of their technology. Because it doesn't make sense for them to come out here just to stop us if they weren't there to fight us to begin with. If that makes sense.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Alright. Well, holy crap. You get 5,000 gold just for listening to him. Man. Or 5,000 whatever. Probably isn't gold. Alright.
Hmm.
Let's explore the in this place is just think about the sort of life you like to live here in New LA. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here when you're ready. You know, for being a former captain, he sure is, like, super willing to put himself on hold. Well, granted, I guess they actually don't have all that many people. Interesting. So you can just go to one of those terminals and change what time it is? I assume it puts you into like a temporary stasis for a while. It's not like literally it's changing your optics in order to make it appear a different time for you. Alright, here's a little kitchenette. They got some stew on. I'm surprised I haven't eaten. You know, I feel like being in stasis for that long, I'd be freaking famished. There we go. I found it. Sorry for sneezing at you guys. I am rude. I think it's pretty obvious I'm going to have to join Blade. But it doesn't seem like a bad choice
not
either.
every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want her to join
Which
Blade.
again, what is he basing that on? Does he know something about me that I don't?
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Dude, you're like 12. 13.
Now
Yep.
this girl gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
I didn't know they could transform.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction.
Oh my god!
Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's a little disturbing, Japan.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then,
How
you
convenient.
need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons.
There also have
And
to be
they're a
toys.
precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around.
So I have to build my own?
So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Of course, I'm the main character.
Speaking
Although
of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Alright. That I do like that they're making that as a long-term goal of, you know, you're not just being super nice, you are... Okay. So, apparently, there's a way that you can just choose to make something cosmetic. Someone's telling me that. I don't see that though. It's in the sub-menu. Huh. I can apparently also change what Lynn's wearing. Although I don't think I necessarily want to. Because, yeah, that is significantly worse. Look at the old store with awesome stuff. Oh, yeah, because they've been out for 2 months. I'll go here. Part of me wants to just look around and explore everything, and part of me is like, I'll see everything. I mean, this is the main town.
This is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
I will take them all.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Xenomorphs?
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off
Why is she
steam or
wearing
browsing
high
mission
heels? It still
control
bugs me
for
every
their
time I
next
notice it.
assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's
I
giving
love how
this
there's-
tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
Scout console. I do love how they're like, hey, we'll just show you around and show you what's there. This is for Blade. You're not a Blade yet. Do you want to be a Blade? Do you want to be a Blade? Blades can use this. You should be a Blade. Okay, over here.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
I don't know, that's definitely what this tour is
Just
designed
saying,
for.
you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Alright, so I can finally get, like, a non-cleavage outfit.
Hey.
Not that I have anything against cleavage necessarily, but you know. Wrong one. I tried to go to that
this
one.
street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
Requisition, I have
I
to pay
won't
for.
lie. Most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour.
This
I
is
think all
why
that's
it's better when
left is
Elma
the
does
heart
the
of
tour.
Blade itself. Blade Tower.
This is interesting. I had heard a little bit about
Hey.
this, how you could theoretically get other people to join your party, but not like an MMO, where they would just join as NPCs. I kind of wonder, would you ever... I guess occasionally there's missions where like, Elma and Lynn and all of them don't really fit the requirements, but I have to figure there's not many of those, because you're going to generally want them in your party, right? That would make sense. But I do like how they've got this whole civilization set up before you get here. You know, the way this is put together is really, really interesting.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Chassan.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
Alright.
And that about does it for our tour.
So,
what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
I really want to know who I used to be, because Secretary Nagi definitely seems like he knows who I am. Oh no, the $5,000 was for going on the tour, not for listening to him talk. That makes slightly more sense. I think it would be actually interesting. I don't think this game will do it, but I think it would be really interesting if they made a game where you were the only real character, and then you had a lot of NPCs that you would talk to at various times, but everything else really was, like, legitimately, you know, you'd go out and you'd recruit others. Hello, Stella.
Sir! Here's what I know.
The officers are aware that not all new licenses are involved with social politics. The most we allow our idols to slave us, the door of our situation will be calm. Hopefully become breakthrough opportunities eventually. And you have to look at someone who just might be able to accomplish that. So if you ever really need the opportunity, let me know and I'll sign something.
Sir! Intel is sparse, but...
Are you familiar with conduct comprised of another base far east of New LA? No, I just woke up. You're like the only person I've talked to so far that doesn't realize I'm the one who just woke up. There's reports of non-naturally occurring structures in that region. We need to find some answers about who built the structures that make it what came of them, and do it fast. There's a mission on the Pathfinder's Division. I am a little annoyed that they've got this centralized, like, quest system, because I feel like in Xenoblade, you would go around and talk to everyone, they would ask you to do stuff. You would mark on your map when someone wanted something from you, but there seems to be less of an impetus than going out and talking to everyone, but at the same time, you kind of need to talk to everyone in order to find out, you know, who links up with who and relationships and stuff like that.
Well...
It sounds strange and usual stuff. My husband picks up on the job. He's a Pathfinder. I'm a crazy space gentleman. I don't have anything to show you right now, unfortunately, but check back later. Should be back in a little while. When you're home, blow your battle socks to you off.
Whatever.
I'm not talking about it. I don't even want to think possibility of being true. I want to stay positive and stay positive. Don't speak for asking that. You pay just what I ask. Just for trouble. I love how I know people's names before I even talk to them.
Am I right?
I see you over there. What's her name?
Hi! Wow, let's see...
Oh, you're the actual new crew member they found, aren't you? So what do you think? Isn't this town huge? As big as it is, Mirror seems a whole lot bigger, so don't go running off half-cocked. That comm device you're holding displays a map of the surrounding area. Use your barracks, just fire it up and take a look. Triangles your current position, the green dots are your fellow team members, and the white dots are people like me. As for skills, no, you don't have one of those yet, so never mind. You get one, look at your map and see for yourself.
Hi!
You're not Talent Rock, right? Big rocky mountain in one part of Primordia? It's that big spire you can even see from the city. Parents haven't fully explored it yet, so Eleanor's astronaut us to go out and do a survey. But telling Rock Mountain is swallowed with dangers and indentions, and it makes a big hassle. Kicking that can down the road forever. They aren't even offering us another mission, so we basically have no choice but to do it. Devil's receptionist. And Eleanor has a face of an angel, but she's doing the devil's work in a disguise. There's Eleanor and Wolf. I'm gonna talk to that real quick. Try and fill in my social chart.
Yes?
This is mission control. It's a Blade chief. We haven't registered as a Blade. But if you register to join the mission, you'll be able to set missions are. I understand you have to decide what role you wish to play here in New LA, and that's fine. I believe you'll make a split. What are you basing this on? Who was I?
Yes?
I suddenly realized I don't actually know how to pronounce my own name. Any fool is dumb enough to face his foe head on won't live like thinking it twice. It's constantly on your move, seeing your opponent's blind spots. Attack your foe from the back. Attack over high or below. Anywhere but head on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a critical hit. Do you understand? Do you understand? Either way, repeat what I just said 1,000 times before I trace that thick skull of yours. Is that very friendly? Idiot. Lovely sort of Blade rookies that don't even know the basic combat to the doing respectable Blade operatives. Recently, a number of cowards have failed with damn my love and fled my training sessions. Look at that type that can take it. If you guys aren't the Blade, come and ask me anything. I'll take fundamentals combat and I'll beat them right into you. Blade barracks. Alright, let's join Blade. I wonder if it'll even really give me the option not to, because it seems like the game wouldn't work if I didn't
Honey, we're
join Blade.
home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank
I don't know, you didn't give us tea the first
but I
time.
can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
I
Commander
thought you were our
Vanden.
commanding officer.
Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for Blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for Blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
That makes more sense that they
Hey,
really
it's
just
not
need
me
anyone.
you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone.
Linwood.
Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Part of me really wants to refuse. And just see what that does to the story. But based on what she's heard, I can't think my character would actually do that.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, she can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment.
Alright, what do you want
We've
me to
decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
do? I can
I
install a
guess
probe.
we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass.
Alright.
As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid.
So
We
each of those has a
determined this
sensor.
was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The
Alright.
sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Alright.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Why can't I just install them all?
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Norma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
I kind of like that mining probe, so I'm going to get mining probes even if I, like, put in probes. And 10,000. Alright, Chapter 2 is beginning, but unfortunately this stream is also ending. So, I'm going to go ahead and save here. Oh, you can just save anywhere you want. That is awesome. And I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Xenoblade Chronicles X.